We're off to Central Park this morning, off to the Central Park Zoo. Maybe go ice skating, spend the day wandering around the park, do a little bit of exploring. Should be a fun day. It's a really nice day in New York today. Sunny, blue skies, 0 degrees, -5, -6, something like that. It's obviously early in the morning here in New York City, probably 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. The food vendors were still setting up. The traffic was just warming up. There's hardly anyone on the streets. I think it was because it was so cold. I'm going to guess that that's either a mafia boss or the Don as we walked our way up towards Central Park. Funnily enough, this is Simon Bolivar, who was topical because the Venezuelan president was arrested on that very day. As we approached Central Park, the weather got really cold. It was much cooler in the park than it was out on the street. Lots of beautiful statues around Central Park, and to see it frozen over and a splattering of snow and ice was really magical. Certainly a different experience to our last visit in 2010. There's a squirrel. Maisie loves those squirrels. We thought we'd make our way through the park and head towards the Central Park Zoo, a famous zoo that pops up in lots of movies and pop culture these days, and one that I'd actually never been to. We'd previously visited the Bronx Zoo, which is a much larger world-class zoo. This is only a very tiny display in the middle of Central Park. There's some cheeky bloody seals there. Hey! Did he just throw some water at us? Amazing. We got the monkeys, bit of snow monkeys, throwback to our Japan holiday. A direct stare means beware. I think the highlights of the Central Park Zoo were probably this: the snow leopard, a pretty majestic creature there. It was stalking around its enclosure. I think it was eyeing off maybe a couple of squirrels at one stage. And of course the highlight for Maisie and Bianca and myself were the trio of grizzly bears. Have a look at the claws on this thing. There's actually folk near us talking about how they regularly get these visitors to their backyard at home. I think I'll prefer the brown snakes, to be perfectly honest. That's the Delacorte clock. I kept walking through. This is the Bethesda Terrace, a really nice spot. They're playing some violin. It was quite a peaceful and interesting spot just to walk around and see people enjoying the ambiance. And then we stopped for some photos at the famous fountain. Skating on the Wollman Rink in Central Park. And here's all the horse-drawn carriages where you can get picked up and taken for a little cruise, being replaced by pedicabs probably. And we left Central Park and decided to go check out the Roosevelt Island Tramway, a pretty iconic and probably only recently viral aspect of visiting New York. We actually tried to find it years and years ago and got lost, but this time we used Google Maps and we made our way to the tramway. It was relatively busy with other tourists, funnily enough. Catching the subway from Roosevelt Island. Now, it had been a really long day on our feet to this point in time, and it was getting dark and late. So we did a little bit of shopping, and we went to the MLB store, the Nintendo store, past the Rockefeller Center. To be honest with you, it was so busy, I'd never ever want to experience crowds like that again. We had a big day yesterday. We had planned to spend most of the day in Central Park. So we went to the Central Park Zoo. I went ice skating in the Warman Rink, which was fantastic. Great experience. It was bitterly cold down there. We caught the Roosevelt Island tramway, which was a great experience. And what else did we do, Maisie?
I want mozzarella sticks.
Maisie wants mozzarella sticks. What else did we do yesterday, Bianca?
Modern bread and bagel.
Bianca went to Modern Bread and Bagel, got a gluten-free bagel sandwich, very nice. And we went for a walk and saw the East River, all sorts of stuff. Great day. Nintendo shop was packed. Times Square was packed. The Rockefeller tree packed.
I got a toy.
Maisie got a toy. We had a great day. It was a big day. In fact, it's now the next day in the afternoon because we were really tired.